What's going on, people? Out here, we outside, man. It's called the Get Out the Truck podcast. Shout out to Dirty Broke on saying get out the truck. So we outside, man. Over here in Lumberton, North Carolina, on our way to Orlando. We should be there by tomorrow. So got a little walk. Nice little walk in, stretch your legs after driving all that miles. You want to get your blood flowing and everything. So, but anyway, I wanted to jump on here, and it's a trucker that goes by the name Trucking with Jay. Shout out to him, and he had an interesting topic. And I've been wanting to talk about this, but I know it was like a touchy subject and everything. So, and what he mentioned about was trucking and relationships. You know, trucking and relationships. So, I guess the question is like, how can you manage, your career and a relationship, especially if you're like going all the time, OTR, regional. Well, he works local, so, but his local shift, by unfortunately, when you work in the city, and I used to be a local guy that worked in the city, and my days will range from like 12, almost damn near 15 hours, and sometimes I would have to push the 16-hour button because you be stuck in traffic. Me coming from Jersey, and I'm doing all the boroughs and everything. So, but back to the relationship part. If I could, put my emphasis on it from, just from my experience and everything. It's not the job. I promise you that it's not. It's not the job. Listen, women are hardwired different. They're hardwired different. I think it's usually the guys that's like, oh, she's lonely and by herself and yada yada yada. Listen, I know women that did a whole bid. I know that women that did a whole bid with a dude. What I mean by that is like her man got locked up, and he was probably locked up like 5, 10, 15 years or whatever, and she just like, listen, it ain't nothing out here, worth me, getting into or whatever. Even after him saying like, listen, I know you gonna want to go out and see other guys, and all he thinking about is her with another guy, when her mindset is on him. She, a lot of women are really hardwired like that. Like, if it's you that they want and it's only you, they really are faithful like that. Like, I know a lot of women that are like that, even when they do pass. Oh, excuse the light, and it's like getting a little bit dark outside. I know a lot of women that won't even ever date again or have, intimate relations with another guy, even after he passed or whatever, because they really love that guy or whatever. So, I heard it before. I heard it before. Oh, well, I like you and everything, but you're not here, and it's kind of hard and whatever, the relationship, because you're going all the time. Listen, if she running that game by you, it's another guy in her face, and I don't think, I don't think you was the one, because a woman that really wants you, she will wait for you. There's women out here that waiting for guys that's coming home from prison. She could definitely wait for you to come home from bringing home a bag at the end of the week, 2 weeks, whatever, you know. So, you know, you should question her, and you know, realize that, you know, she may not be the one, and just let her just let her go, and let her be. Don't resent what you're doing, because because now you're second guessing yourself. You're looking at the job as not being worth it, and this is the way that you make bread. And any person that understands, especially her, she will understand that, yo, this is the way that you make bread, and you doing better for yourself, you supporting your child and all of that. And by those qualities that she's looking at, makes you a high value person, a high value man. So there's not much more than I can say about that. But yeah, but anyway, ask yourself this. You know, if the roles were reversed, okay? Say she got like a gig that's paying her like 6 figures, 100K. And, you know, whether she works from home, you know, I know some RNs that are making like triple overtime. They making like damn near like $75 an hour, you know, but it requires for her to be at her job all the time. Would she leave that job, that career, for you? Ask yourself that. 9 times out of 10, she not leaving no 6-figure plus job for you. I'm just keeping it 1,000, man. Like, you know, sometimes you just gotta reevaluate and think about, you know, the person who you're dealing with. And a way to take the sting off of, you know, the job, and, you know, if y'all really miss each other that much, you know, communicate. It's all about communication, you know. Talk to her, you know, you on the road or whatever, you know, pull over, take a lunch break, FaceTime with her, you know, let her hear your voice, let her see your face, you know, and that right there, you know, she'll begin to like, yeah, you know what, he's worth it. You know, I'm gonna wait for him. Like I did a whole tour overseas, and my daughter's mom at the time, she waited for me to come back. So, you know, listen, if you're worth it, then she's gonna wait. I'm just keeping it 100. So I don't know anybody that could, you know, ask her detail to that, you know, go ahead and drop what you think or whatever. And this goes for anybody. Like, you know, it's not just trucking. You got flight attendants that are, you know, gone all the time. You got, you know, really successful people, even if they're in a relationship, they're not home. They're not home. You got, like, you know, one of the most richest people in the world and all of that. They're not home just kicking it. And, you know, yeah, they make time for their families, but to keep the legacy going and keep what they got going or whatever and everything, you think they just chilling at home and, you know, money is just coming out of nowhere? Nah, man. Like, everybody doing what they're doing because they're doing it. And but, you know, it's no knock if that's what you want to do. You want to do something other than just but work all your life. But I'm just saying, for people to be going on, like, you see the glamorization of, you know, social media. Everybody is just loving on each other, going on trips or whatever and everything. Where you think they get the money from to do that? They wasn't, you know, some of these people, you know, they ain't had a silver spoon in their mouth. They got to work to get that. And to have the finer things in life, it takes sacrifice. So, you know, anybody that doesn't understand that and know that what you do in order for you to have the finer things in life or whatever, and you gotta make time for it. In order for you to have the finer things in life, you gotta work for it. It's just not gonna come out of nowhere. So anyway, that's my take on that, you know, from coming from my experience and everything. Let me add, I keep on coming up with these, oh, I almost forgot or whatever. So a guy at my job, I just met him, right? Just getting out of divorce, messy divorce. I mean, he told me that his ex-wife spent everything, you know, he sent the extra money so she could pay on his truck, and she was just spending it, and his truck ended up getting repossessed. So he's in a hot mess right now. And he goes online, start talking to, you know, start mingling, you know, talking to different women and stuff like that. And it's a female that he's really digging. And, you know, he was like, you know, asking her, can she come here to be with him because he want to maintain his job. And she was like, you know, nah, I got my family here. My whole life is here. So he's willing to take a risk of leaving his job so he could go be with her. And like, bruh, you giving up all your powers just on the sake of being with somebody. That's what you don't want to do. That's not a high value man. With all respect to him, high value men don't do that. So anyway, that's enough of me ranting. I'm gonna get up out of here, maybe walk another lap and then take it down for the night. But anyway, y'all chime in, let me know what y'all think.